But since the magic is part of her, if she were to get pregnant, then her child would take in all that magical goodness via the umbilical cord during growth. So not only is Rapunzel essentially immortal, but all her children will be? What the fuck did I just read? Excuse me? What do we got here? Noble 667. Couldn't quite be one less. Pino from Monterey. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Doesn't smell the greatest though, to be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going right after Disney, coming right up into their business. And we're gonna let them know which of their princesses we think I could take in a fight. Now, there are some fearsome princesses, and there are some more of the traditional, more pampered princesses, so I think this is going to be a very broad spectrum. I don't think I'm going to be able to take all these princesses in a fight. I suppose some background on myself before we get into all of this. My name is Kyle. People call me Chals. Played college soccer. Also played a lot of football, basketball, a lot of contact sports. I have some minimal fighting background and training. I do have some fights under my belt though, so I'm not completely without hope. The one thing that I am banking on this though is I'm 6'2" and 260 pounds. That's a lot. That is a lot. And we're gonna see if these princesses can hold up to that. All right, so we have our official all Disney created princess tier list. We kind of have to change our categories here because we're not rating the princesses on their tiers. We're rating whether we could beat them in a fight on their tiers. So, and we're kind of gonna have to go with you gotta think about everything in the fight here. You know, it's not necessarily gonna be like just a fist fight. You know, some of these Disney princesses have access to superpowers. Some of them have access to, you know, like controlling animals. So we've got to do a little bit of background check on each one of them, get a fair assessment, and then come up with whether we think the dub is going to be easy or not, or whether we're not going to at all. So Elsa's up first. Let's find out. Elsa's 5'7", 119 pounds. She does have control over ice, which is kind of terrifying. They don't actually list an age for Elsa. They say she could be anywhere from 8 to 24 years old. That's kind of weird. Kind of sus. I think just for the fact that the fight would be over literally as it started, because she would just freeze everything around. I think I'm just getting bodied by Elsa. There's no way any normal human could beat someone who has that sort of superpower. You're just if you think you are going to win that fight, you're joking yourself. So yeah, I think that one I'm just gonna get completely destroyed, and not like extremely quickly. Cool. So now on to the next, and I couldn't confirm this, but I'm almost certain that this is supposed to be Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Kind of a gypsy woman. In the novel, she's supposed to be 16. In the film, she looks older, so we're gonna go with the film adaptation because that's what these are all based on. Okay, so she's supposed to be 5'7", 121 pounds. So she's pretty slight. She's pretty slight. Also doesn't have any superpowers. She is pretty athletic, you know, because she's kind of cruising around dancing all the time. You gotta never underestimate the athleticism involved in dancing. Tons of athletes take up ballet to get better at their sport. Improves core strength, balance, footwork, so many different things. Flexibility. However, I think at what did I say there? 5'7". I think we're gonna have to say she's gonna put up a fight, but she's not gonna be able to hang. Like, she kind of got bodied by the main antagonist in this movie, so yeah, I don't think that's gonna be. I don't think she's gonna put up a close fight. I think she'll put up a fight. It's not gonna be an easy dub, but I don't think it's gonna be that close. Cool. So now we have Moana. Moana's kind of an interesting one here. So I don't list a height weight for Moana in this one. However, she's supposed to be 16 years old. She does have a superpower that she can control the water sometimes by the ocean. And that's only when it allows her to. So I think that'll be kind of an X factor. I think if she does have that, and we're close to the ocean, then it might be an issue. Otherwise, I think Moana's just getting the hands. I don't think she's putting up too much of a fight there. So I think similar. I think Esmeralda. We'll put her higher than Esmeralda based on the X factor of the ocean, because I do live pretty close to the ocean. And now this is who? Tiana, right? Yeah, Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Tiana's one of those girls that's always wanted to be a princess. You know, she's got a chip on her shoulder. She's a hustler. She's working that service and maid industry, so she's got that like authentic, real life strength. No superpowers though, so that's pretty lucky. 19-year-old, tall and slender, doesn't actually give a height weight description. Oh, never mind, that's somebody else. Okay. Oh, so Moana is actually one of the taller ones. She's around almost 5'8". Tiana even on this list? I think Tiana's even on this list. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go with the generic tall, slender. But I think because she's a little bit older, she has a little more muscular development. She's on the hustle, on the grind. I think she'd probably be more scrappy, and so I'm gonna put her more in the like barely edged out of victory against. Okay, now this one I think is a really interesting inclusion. This one is Maid Marian from the Robin Hood animated movie, and I don't think you should underestimate Maid Marian. If Melee has taught me one thing, it's that Fox is top tier, and as we can see, Maid Marian is certainly a Fox. So she's got excellent neutral and excellent punish game. That invincible shine is always something that you shouldn't trifle with. Probably has really, really good stamina, so a longer fight might not be to my benefit. But also, Maid Marian didn't really show that many fighting skills in the movie itself. That being said, I think based on the fact that Maid Marian is a wild animal and top tier, I think I'm gonna say that I was having an off day and take the L on this one. Hi there. Welcome to my humble abode. I'm just here to ask you to do the thing. You know, the thing. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now back to the good stuff. Okay, so I think this is the first of our authentic princesses. This is Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. Princess Aurora, you got nothing for me here. This is one of the few, like the early Disney pampered princesses. I just don't think she's just looking to run. She's 16, super tall and skinny. I would just snap her in half, like guaranteed, easy money. So Ariel is a tough one. I'm not sure. I mean, it's basically like if it's a fight on land, I win. If it's a fight in the water, oh, I'm dead. I am just dead. There's nothing I can do. So I think based on the fact that we're fighting at my discretion, this is gonna be an easy dub because I'm just gonna, like, you know, you just can't move. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's just no way Ariel could put up a fight if we were on the land. And all of these are going to be fights as if you just like encountered someone in the street. On to Mulan though. So Mulan, probably not the largest or scariest person. She is a little bit more muscular though than your traditional princess. And she has that military background, which is gonna be come into play in an immense way. Like, did you see the guy that she whooped his ass? What was his name? Yeah, he trained her and then she whooped his ass. That guy was ripped, big, imposing, the leader of like part of the army, and she just gave him the business. Mulan, height, weight. 5'7", 121. See, she's 5'7", but she's 121, like 9 pounds heavier than the previous 5'7" girl. Yeah, I think Mulan would actually it would just be straight bodied. Like, there's just such a huge tactical and professional difference in what's going on. Okay. Another of the original Disney princesses, Sleeping Beauty. She's about to be asleep again when she gets these hands. She's going right to sleep. She's just not meant to... That's not her role. That's not what she was trained to do. She was trained for the finer things in life. And that's okay. Not everybody has that in them. Merida. There we go. So from Brave, okay. So this is one of those movies that I didn't watch, but I'm pretty sure Merida is just a badass. Let's see if we can find a quick fight scene with Merida and get a better idea of what's going on here. No, he's gonna kill the cute guy. Oh, hell yes.
That's my mother. Are you mind, lass? Mom, are you hurt?
Oh, so she was raised by bears. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not beating this girl. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. All right. Yeah, that one's I'll take the L. I'll take the L. Princess Jasmine. Okay, so Princess Jasmine, maybe to her father and the people in the high society of Agrabah, they would think that Princess Jasmine would lose in your average fisticuffs. However, we all know better. We know that she's got that fire, that burning passion. She's been trained by the street rat. I think that Princess Jasmine would be a very tough combatant. You know she's not giving up easy. Let's get a little height weight though. So Princess Jasmine's 32. Unknown height, weight. They're saying she's 5'1"? What? There's no way. Holy shit. What? Okay, never mind. I take it back. Princess Jasmine. I think I'm barely edging her out based on size alone. I am more than a foot taller than her. I guess I would basically be one of the guards from her. So maybe she probably just outsmarts me, does some street rat shit I don't see coming. Okay, and this is another one that I don't know, because this is just a really obscure movie. Eilonwy from the Black Cauldron. From everything that I've read, Eilonwy kind of doesn't really... She's not a physical confrontation sort of person. It's more the guy that goes along with them that ends up stealing the sword that allows them to do what they need to do. So I think Eilonwy probably isn't the most intimidating here. She's also like a child. So I think that one's gonna be another dub. Princess Elena from Elena of Avalor. Elena of Avalor was another one that I didn't see. That one came out a little bit after me. Okay, she has a scepter of light. Oh, okay. Okay, so she just has magic powers. You just can't beat magic powers. What are you gonna do? Get bodied, I guess. Okay, so the next one's from Enchanted. Unknown, possibly 30. Unknown age. Okay, so she has animal communication and good marksmanship. But I don't think that that's gonna matter if you're fighting someone. Not quite like superpowers do. So I think Giselle, she might put up a little bit of a fight because she's, you know, like a 30-year-old, but I just don't think that's happening. Anna's one of those like Norwegian, from one of those like Scandinavian countries, right? So you know life's hard up there. You know life's difficult. Everyone up there is a little more hardy than you would originally think. She is a little bit too trusting, but in this situation, I don't think that's going to come into factor. I do, however, think that I'm going to win this fight, but I think it's going to be a lot closer. And again, I think it's just going to come down to like a height-weight difference. Her strikes just aren't going to do enough. I'm going to land... It might take me a while, but I'll eventually land like one solid blow. And that'll do a significant amount more damage than like 15, 20 of hers. Okay, so this was another one that I had to look up. This is Star Butterfly, also known as Star the Underestimated. After doing some research, she's not being underestimated at all. This girl absolutely whoops ass. She's from the show Star versus the Forces of Evil. She has all sorts of magic powers. She's so yeah, I think it's just what are you gonna do against magic powers? I mean, again, like if I could. This is more like a damn I can't believe I lost, though, because this is like a 12-year-old girl. But, yeah, I think if I could grab hold of her, then it would be game over. But I don't think I'm getting anywhere close enough for that. I think I'm just going to be strewn about the battlefield before I could even get there. Okay, so now we have Melody, which is from the Little Mermaid 2, and she is a human. She's tiny. She's a child. She doesn't have any special powers. Yeah, she's just getting whooped. Sorry, Melody. You're actually probably the easiest dub on here. Okay, so now we have Princess Sophia from Sophia the First, Once Upon a Princess. Again, I don't know anything about this, so we're gonna have to dive a little bit deeper. Okay, flying horse riding, magic. Okay, so she can cast magic spells, but they require a wand. Turn small things into rubies. Does animal-human transformations. She flung someone off their horse into a haystack? She's good at fencing, swordsmanship, mechanical skills, sewing, enchantozoology. Love of magic and the ability to talk animals have given her extensive knowledge of enchanted creatures. Whatever, that's fine. Magical knowledge. Bright light of goodness. Okay, so this might be more difficult than I originally thought. So it sounds like she's secretly yoked? Huh. Okay, so I probably lose to her then. If she flings this other dude who's enormous off of a horse. Well, that's embarrassing. What can you do though? All right, and that brings us to Pocahontas. I think Pocahontas is one of the ones that I would be most terrified of because she is just out there living in the wild. I feel like you just gotta be confrontational. You gotta be aggressive. Your body's gonna be sinewy and strong. You got that like frontier land strength because you just do real shit all the time. We're gonna need a height weight. She does not have any superpowers other than painting with all the colors of the wind. I don't think that's gonna help in battle though. Okay, Pocahontas is 5'5". So she's slightly linked to like shamanism, where she can connect with nature, empathize with animals, and figure out other languages. Okay, so I think because Pocahontas doesn't have any real special powers, that I'd probably be able to take her, but it would be a tough fought battle. I think she probably knows how to fight pretty well. She'd be pretty strong. She'd be pretty gritty fighting. I feel like she'd be one to fight dirty. Like there'd be a lot of like nipple pinching and ball stomping. Maybe the classic thumb in the armpit, try to rake across the eyes. But I think I would eventually, like anybody who's gonna have to fight me where they're gonna come directly at me. I think if I could just grab a hold of them and take it to the ground, where my weight could just basically be another factor in the fight, I think that's where I'm gonna be most successful. So I think I'm taking that W. I think it'd be close, but I think I'm taking it. Belle. Belle is a fucking nerd. She's a nerd. She didn't fight anybody. And I am Gaston. So yeah, Belle, I think that's going to be an easy victory. She didn't really show much of athletic prowess even. She didn't really show anything that would make me think that she would even put up a fight. So I think we're just gonna chalk that up to another one of the early lineage Disney princesses being more of a one type of princess. All right, now this one got thrown on here, and this is just fucked up, man. Come on. I think the only one who bodies me harder than Nala is Elsa. Like, what? Nala? Nala's a lioness. This is the only thing that's more terrifying than a lion. There's no way I'm beating a lioness in, like, hand-to-hand combat. I'm gonna get ripped to shreds, fed to the herd. I'm gonna be a midday snack, be forgotten about and pooped out along the plains by like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm taking the strong L against Nala. Then we have Rapunzel, right, from Tangled. Long hair, don't care. She's 18. Does she have any special powers is the question. Her hair can heal the sick and wounded. Oh, no. Can it heal herself is the question. Because it seems like she's healing somebody else. Is Rapunzel immortal? They contain the magical healing powers, not just her hair. Not only is this, but since the magic is part of her, if she were to get pregnant, then her child would take in all that magical goodness via the umbilical cord during growth. So not only is Rapunzel essentially immortal, but all her children will be? What the fuck did I just read? Excuse me? Watching Tangled with my god. Okay, let's bring this over here. Let's take this over here because this deserves a deeper dive and maybe a different tune. Okay. Rapunzel can still use her powers and they're hereditary. Watching Tangled with my goddaughter, I am reminded of a little biology theory that I came up with. In the movie Tangled, the Princess Rapunzel has magic hair. No big deal, just usual Disney stuff. It's golden blonde, and when she sings a special song, it glows and heals people / reverses the aging process. It's pretty awesome looking too. The catch, however, is that it cannot be cut. If it's cut, then it turns brown, loses its magic, and never grows again. Bummer. Now, these magical healing powers come from a flower, a special flower that grew from a fallen sunbeam. When you sang the song, it would heal you? It was crazy whimsical, bruh. Anyway, whilst Rapunzel's mother was pregnant with her, she got sick, the flower was found, the petals were dissolved into a potion, the mother drank it and instantly got better. Meanwhile, embryonic Rapunzel absorbed the damn flower petals for herself, hence magic healing hair. She is the new flower, so to speak. Anyway, towards the end of the movie, her hair gets cut and someone gets fatally wounded. She can't heal him. Very sad moment. Distraught, she weeps over the guy's body whilst singing her little healing song. Suddenly, her tears heal him. They contain the magical healing powers, not just her hair. Now, the implications of this are pretty vast. Basically, what it means is that the healing powers of the flower were contained not just in Rapunzel's hair, but also in her fluids. The liquid in her tears have healing powers. By extension, this would mean her saliva, her blood, and other liquids produced in the female body. All this magical bullshit is coursing through her veins. If someone got a cut, she could spit on the wound and sing her song, and the guy would heal. Not only this, but since the magic part of her, if she were to get pregnant, then her child would take in all that magical goodness via the umbilical cord during growth. So she's not only immortal, but her child would be as well. Okay, so Rapunzel's immortal, which means I literally can't beat her. But I don't think that she could win. So can I add a cannot win, loss via death by natural causes / time. So I literally cannot kill her, but I don't think she could actually kill me. But eventually I would lose because I would just die and she wouldn't, because she's just gonna live forever. So yeah, I guess I'm taking that L. Whoops, that's unfortunate. Can't say I saw that one coming. So now we have Kaida. Kaida Nedka is the main female protagonist from Atlantis, the Lost Empire. So this one I think is not really close. She's gonna destroy me. Kaida's 8,000 years old. She's magic. She just hands out the whoopings like it's nothing. She uses like hooked sort of scythe staff that she just has chilling on her all the time. I think I'm just fucking there's nothing I can do. I think she probably whoops harder than Mulan. Now this one. This one is Vanellope von Schweetz. She's Glitch from Wreck-It Ralph. And I think no matter the way that we're confronting Vanellope here, she's getting just trounced. I am a gamer. Shout out to the gamers. So if we're fighting in game, she's getting these hands. But if it's like a legitimate fight, I only really have to do one thing. Just pull the plug. She's done. That's it. She no longer exists. Her existence is now, she's been removed from everything forever. So I think Vanellope, I guess I'd probably make it a sporting affair and have her and battle her in her domain. Why not? I think I'd still get the W here. And then finally we have Cinderella. So Cinderella works as a maid, which is tough work. Scrubs, sweeps, does laundry. Eventually becomes a princess, but her blue collar upbringing really gives her a bit of an edge that a lot of these other like early tier or early 90s princesses don't have. You know, the posh ones, the ones that are just there because they are there for show. They're there just to, you know, be the pretty girl that's the part of the story. She had rough beginnings, and I think she has a lot of rage in her heart because of it. I think all that rage is just ready to bubble over. She has a little bit of the crazy eye, which is always indicative of it's going to be a tough fight. It's pretty athletic. So I think this one I'm gonna barely edge a victory out. I think it's gonna be easier than any of these three. I think Pocahontas is probably gonna be the most difficult out of all of those. Yeah. And so I think that's where I stand on the Disney princesses. A lot of the water-based ones are not gonna be too difficult because, you know, you just don't fight them in the water. Specifically Ariel, she's just kind of literally a fish out of water. A lot of these other early Disney princesses are quite literally just your typical posh princess, so they're probably not going to do well in a fight. These other ones over here are just too young, don't have too much going on for them, or just they don't have anything in particular that's going to stop me in a fight. This area around here are all physically imposing and have something that might sway the fight a little bit, especially on this side. Apparently this little girl is just a beast, so that's kind of terrifying. The fox matchup's a tough one. I'm not very good at the fox ditto, so I'm probably going to take the L. It'll be close, but probably taking the L. Princess Jasmine, don't underestimate her. This is a little girl, but she has magic, so I'm probably losing. And then there's the clear losses, which, you know, magic / 8,000-year-old sorceress witch with a staff that has a scythe on the end of it. Literal lioness that will shred my hamstrings and then consume my liver. Ice magic. And then we have the military trained. The two military trained. And then the most surprising loss was actually Rapunzel. I didn't think that, Rapunzel would be too big of an L, but she's immortal. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna kill somebody who's immortal. So I would eventually lose. Yeah. So I think that was a solid representation of how I think I would do against all of these people. Let's ship it to Twitter and see what the people think.